We salute you all. Today we will continue the journey from our starting point with the biblical and other sacred texts. We will start with the Greek mythology. We chose it because it is more universal. People talk about it all the time. In the future, we will make other videos about the Roman and Egyptian mythologies. This demonstration is to help you understand that the tarot, alchemy, mythologies, the Quran, and the Bible have one and only one message. Our mission here is to decode this message for you. In the Bible, Genesis began with the cosmogony. We are going to demonstrate the Greek cosmogony. This video is the first of 3 that we want to make on Zeus. Alongside the Bible, the Greek cosmogony explains that in the beginning it was a chaos. In the Bible, it is say emptiness. Chaos no longer has the same meaning as it did in time. It meant fault, gap, that which has no form, no base, unlike the earth. It is chaos that will give birth to Gaia. Gaia, which represents the earth, has a form, a foundation. If we dig a hole, for example, we will see that there is nothing in it, just chaos, there is nothing. That means if we plant something in this hole, a grain of corn for example, it will produce a stalk, some leaves, a multitude of grains, etc. However, we hadn't put them in the hole. Where did they come from? They come from the void, from the chaos that has no form, but this void gives form to something else. We would also wonder where the first grain of corn came from. So, this is the invisible without form which generates the visible with form. It is eternity that gives birth to time. It is the infinite which gives rise to the finite, to space. This is what chaos means. Further, chaos will give birth to Eros. We confused Eros with love. We have 2 videos about love. Watch them and you will understand what love is. Eros is the breath. It is the invisible that connects everything. Eros is the energy that connects matters and atoms. Gaia is the earth, it is the mother. She will give birth to Uranus, which represent the sky and the stars. Therefore, it is the visible world of forms which will give birth to a visible world without form. For example, the sky is visible but without form, it is a vault. Moreover, the satellites when leaving the earth find nothing as an obstacle. It is the visible world without form. They just passed through.
When Gaia gives birth to Uranus, he is attached to her. The sky is united with the earth. It is the symbol of the spirit connected to matter. The consciousness and mind are one. In their union, Eros, love, breathed on them. The breath as in the Bible, God breathed into the nostrils of man. From this friction, 4 groups of children will be born. They are the Titans, the Cyclops, which is also the name of this channel that you are now following, the Akatankyres and the Giants. In the next video, we'll talk about these children individually, and you'll see what they symbolize alongside the Bible. Later on, we will talk about the battle that will occur. Now, let's define each group in terms of what they represent. The giants are our instincts, our drives. The Akatankyres are our minds and our thoughts. The Cyclops represent our pure spirit, the Holy Spirit, our consciousness. The 12 Titans are the 12 facets of the ego. The Titans are revered. They're like their first gods, like the rest of us. Our ego is the first element to which man gives the most importance. His ego is what he thinks of himself. He is proud of it, and he is loyal to it. It is his god. Remember that Gaia and Uranus are one. The children can't move. When a child is born, everything is encompassed. Its material dimensions are blocked. He cannot progress. His instinct and consciousness blend. He reacts instinctively for all his needs. His mind and his consciousness are blend. Erotic needs are mixed with love, just like an wants as needs. These are called false needs. We scrambled feelings, emotions, and respect. Since the children are stuck, Kronos plots with Gaia, the earth, the matter. His mother to free his brothers and sisters. He amputates his dad's penis. Kronos is one of the Titans. He is the leader of the ego, and he will take advantage of his father's power. This means that if someone wants to evolve, they must separate their consciousness from the matter. Separate Uranus from Gaia. Separate the spirit from the matter. Separate our consciousness from our mind. It is the one that is cut in 2. In the Bible, there is unity which will be divided to give duality. So, later, after the release of his brothers and sisters, Kronos will marry his sister Ray. In another video, we will tell you who Ray is. Kronos receives a warning message, a prophecy, that he will have a child who will kill him and take his place. Playing the smart one, Kronos eats all his newborns to avoid the prophecy coming true.
As it is said in the Bible, Pharaoh killed the entire firstborn. When you have the germ of the spirituality, your consciousness rises, the ego suffocates it as soon as it appears. In the other hand, Re, in agreement with her mother, Gaia, the earth, plots against Kronos. She clandestinely gives birth to a child who will be named Zeus. Zeus in Latin, which is pronounced Zeraus, subsequently becoming Deraus, Dia, etc. This child will be entrusted to the nymphs. The nymphs are the power of nature. Zeus is our consciousness, the manifestation of God within us. This is called Epiphany. We have a video on Epiphany. Watch it. Zeus is fed by the eagle, the dove, the bees, and the goats of the nymphs. The eagle represents the sky. It is a bird that flies very high. It is the Father, the conscience. God nourishes us. The dove is pure consciousness. You know the symbol of the dove, all right? Bees represent simplicity. They produce the nectar, the essence. The relative symbol in the New Testament is the wine and the oil of the olive tree. Zeus is nourished by the essence, by subtle products. Zeus is nourished by the Father, the sky. He also drinks the goat's milk. The goat is also the origin of Capricorn, who will give him a horn, the cornucopia. It is also the horn that broke down the wall of Jericho. Unlike the horn of Aries, which strikes, which causes suffering, this horn gives life. The entire story means that our mind always misleads us, and our consciousness, this little voice, always seeks to guide us. Unfortunately, we don't pay attention to it. This is the first part of the meaning of Zeus. The second part will be the battle of Zeus, the Titanomachi and the Gigantomachi, etc. For a better understanding of life, in the second video, we will talk about the battle of consciousness with the ego, Namaste. See you next time.